up, YouTubers? This is your boy Cartoon, and I'm here today to bring you another Bleach Brave Souls video. I'm going to be doing the 6-star 100% character analysis on none other than Kurosuchi Mayuri. That's right, I'm going to just say his name, Mayuri Kurosuchi. I did 2 videos on him before, so this is the 3rd one. This is just the older version of him, the OG Mayuri Kurosuchi. So let's get into this. Alright, so looking at his stats, no, this is not good at all, okay? Going down the line, it's just going to start getting depressing. So let's start it off. Stamina, 694. 700 is not even good for 6 stars, and 694 is just completely unacceptable. Just the fact that you have to be under the underachievers in this is ridiculous. Attack, 459. That's not very helpful either. I mean, nobody really liked playing this character before, and not giving him a good attack just indicates that we're definitely not going to be playing this guy. Defense, 270. This is higher than the normal defense that you'll normally see on characters. The only problem is when you're not doing high damage, and it's not like you're nerfing damage with this kind of defense. It's just, no, this is not good either. Focus, 260. This is above the average, but once again, going right back to the attack thing, if you're not producing a high attack, then who cares about your crits? Whatever. And lastly, SP, the only standout attribute on this character, which is at a whopping 544, which means he could be producing a sizable amount of strong attack damage. You know, he also has a poison duration or poison reduction time, you know, soul trait, if you will, and that is just crappy too. I don't even like this one either. It's not gonna help anyone. I mean, it is useful in PvE, it's just I don't need it on every single quest, and just the fact that he has to have it embedded on his character, it just is a really downer. Okay, so let's go into his soul tree. Alright, so looking at his soul tree, you're gonna notice that he has 7 attainable upgrades, none of which block his path into bringing him up to that level 150. So if you wanted to do that, all you would have to do is augment him and then provide him with the appropriate jewels after you make your way down here, which is going to be SP jewels. All right, so left to right, top to bottom, we're going to start off with these attainable upgrades. Sprinter increases number of flash steps, so he is another Mayuri with Sprinter. All right, so they're finally correcting some of those mistakes. Havoc increases strong attack area of effect, much needed for this particular Mayuri. Next, Adrenaline increases normal attack speed. This is a plus. All Mayuris need this for some reason. Bruiser increases normal attack damage. That is what I'm looking for. Next, Berserker increases strong attack damage. And lastly, Bombardment Bombardment increases special move hits. And lastly, Long Reach. This increases normal attack area of effect. So he has augmentation to his normal and strong AoE and damage, which is a big plus because his stats are not a big plus. They are a big downer. Okay, so hopefully these things could actually help out produce some good utility on this character. But without further ado, guys, please enjoy the clips. Running a sad build. Sad build, Kaname raid, full boosterinos, you know. Well, alright, so since we're running a sad build, first thing we want to do is test out those cooldowns. So first strong attack, 8 seconds. Second strong attack, 16 seconds. And last strong attack, 24 seconds. As you guessed it, they're all intervals of 8. So why don't we just get into this? Alright, it's a sad build, so we're going to test out that strong attack damage. Not impressed on the normals. They're baby normals. And the strongs, alright, the first one is like somewhere around 2,500 to 3K. That's kind of lame. Okay, I'm just trying to get out the way. Alright, somewhere around 3K is where it crits. It's okay, I guess. Yeah. The second one can hit at 3k with no problem. It's 2 swings, 2 swipes, and you know they're done for. But I kind of like the one hit doing 3k. That just makes more sense to me than, you know, having to land 2 hits, because sometimes the second hit doesn't land. And for this last one, I'm not all that impressed. Maybe if he had a frenzy it would have helped out a lot, but you know, this is one of those green characters that's not impressing me all that much. Oh boy. Alright, well, he's not producing a lot of strong attack damage or normal attack damage. It's just meh kind of damage. And this is a strong attack damage build. That's my thing. Okay, so he produced 4k there. That's still not a big thing for me. Wow, this, I feel like he takes so long to get rid of anything. Why did I think that they were actually gonna make this guy good? Is beyond me. He's still the same version of himself, only he's now 6 stars. So I've wasted Hogyoku's on creating him. Wow, this guy. Come on. Are you kidding me? When they throw these mobs out here, this Mayuri just always has trouble getting rid of these particular mobs for whatever reason. Like, he's just never producing enough damage for him to actually get rid of something like this. It's always gonna take forever, and it's just really, really annoying. Wow. And just more mobs, and well, these aren't gonna take forever. These actually take. They're easily wiped out by him, but even so, like, I thought with all that SP he was going to be producing way more strong attack damage. It's just looking like he's not. That's just lame. Yeah, sad. Okay, gonna do the special no tension tie. There. Running a SAR build. SAR build, Kaname raid, full boosterinos. Let's get it poppin'. Alright, so first things first, since we're running a SAR build, we want to test out those cooldown times. First, strong attack, 5 seconds. Second, strong attack, 11 seconds. And last strong attack, 16 seconds. Alright, fairly standard cooldown times as per his fairly standard cooldown as normal. Okay, so we already know his strong attacks and his normal attacks are going to be doing a lot less damage but be more consistently launchable. Right? He's going to be able to just launch all these attacks with good control. Alright, so I'm not noticing anything particularly great about this build. I mean, it's fairly cool, you know, standard cooldown times. You have to get in really close with these strong attacks in order for you to actually, you know, do the damage that needs to get done with them. Otherwise, you'll just miss completely. That's another thing I kind of don't like about this guy. Kind of reminds me of the OG Aizen, only without the without the frenzy. Yeah, pretty much OG Aizen without the frenzy. He has the same stats, so a SAR build is kind of like a suck build for him too. It's not going to produce a lot of damage, but at least there's a little bit of control for this character because he isn't the safest of characters to use, especially with a NAD SAD SAR. It doesn't matter, it's just not safe at all to use any of these, because he has to just get in entirely too close, and he just doesn't have range. Like, you know, they increase his range, but not all that much from what I'm seeing, because he still doesn't have that overall range that I'm looking for when it comes down to like launching attacks. I mean, even his strong attacks, since none of them are ranged attacks, they just take really long to kind of launch and maximize the damage output, especially if you're trying to grab a huge mob and they're going to be misplaced like this. See, I'm only able to hit one of them, whereas other characters at that distance, they're pretty much going to provide like a really sufficient enough AoE to take them all out. I mean, this is not really all that cool. I'm not a fan of this right now. Luckily for me, I chose a raid where this is not gonna be too troublesome or too annoying, because I'm just finding myself, every build I'm using with this guy so far has just been pretty tedious as far as I can see. It's just attack after attack after attack with no results. Yeah, so there you have it. That's a SAR build running a NAD build. NAD build, economy raid quests, full boost stores. Let's get it poppin'. Well, alright, so first things first, since we're testing out a NAD build, we want to test out that strength. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. They all look the same with all Mayuris for whatever reason, with a little variation of difference. But let's test out this NAD build. Wow. You know, the last one wasn't producing 2K, but I'm still not impressed. Even with him producing 2K, I'm just not impressed at all. I just don't really care about the damage that he's putting out, and I'm pretty sure if he had a little less attack, just like the blue Mayuri, he would be producing the same amount, somewhere around like 1800. Wouldn't even be breaking 2K really. Okay, so this it's gonna produce the fastest clear time, obviously, because it's just mulling down. It's getting rid of things a lot faster. But oh my god, I'm not a fan of any of his builds really. I mean, this guy needed something to help him out, and I mean his normal attacks are okay. You know, he's taking so much damage, but I don't even care at this point because I feel like he just takes so long to get rid of things. I don't even care. I just Kenpachi it right now. I'm gonna be using him for the rest of the movies, of course, because this guy already produced his clear time already last week. This guy, oh my god. Yeah, well, that's the best build for him, but I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't use any in that build. Well, there you have it. That's my 6-star 100% character analysis on Green Mayuri. In the end, you find out this character is decent with a NAD build as it gets the top score. SAD and a SAR build get the same score, just lower than the NAD build. And the breakdown for this is fairly simple. With the NAD build, it's a very dangerous build to use. The only thing I can say is that it produces the fastest clear time, which means it has a higher DPS. That's about it. That's all I can say. It just has faster damage. Other than that, it just produces the same kind of crappy damage that a SAR and a SAD build would actually produce. Okay, so when it comes down to a SAD build just, it's also equally as dangerous. You have to get in very close to your mobs to maximize the potential of damage that you can do, or even do any damage with your strong attacks, because you have to be within range. And they're just kind of random slashes. There's nothing flashy about his strong attacks. There's no real distance to it. You just have to be really close and then just hit him, and that just makes the whole thing dangerous in itself. And it's just to produce average damage at best. Even maximizing the potential of damage you can produce with his strong attacks, it's still meh damage. Okay, he needed a frenzy for sure with those kinds of strong attacks. It's crazy. It's not even worth trying to use them or utilize them in combat. Okay, he can poison proc, but I don't really care much about that when I can barely hit mobs without putting myself in some serious danger. Okay, when a SAR build, I mean, the controls there and you're able to do strong attacks more often. It's just, since you have to get in so close, you're almost guaranteed to get hit using even this build, which is like a SAR build is supposed to guarantee that you don't get hit. So it's not going to produce a really good score on this roster either. So if you want my total honesty about this character, which I'm going to give it to you, I'd give this character an F rating. Okay, he gets a complete F. Even as a boss killer and having a little bit of utility, I'm still gonna give him an F all around. It's just completely ridiculous to try and use this character to do anything, as you know, it's more trouble than it's worth, in my opinion. All right, I mean, he's got a really hard-hitting boss killing move, but I'm not even interested in that. If you're a boss killer, you're gonna kill a boss. 5-star boss killers can kill raid bosses. So I'm not gonna really care about augmentations to your special that make you kill bosses faster if you were already gonna do that in the first place. So yeah, this character gets an F, and if you have him in your roster, I would recommend that you do not level him up, okay? Because leveling him up is ill-advised and unwise, alright? And that's just my analysis. You're always welcome to make up your own opinions on this matter, because that's what this is about, guys. But either way, that's my video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. As always, I'll be bringing you more Bleach Brave Souls content throughout the week. I'm your boy Scartoon, and I'm signing out of here. Dude, chill. Productions!